Hey guys, Starkin coming at you with another game of hardcore Minecraft, and today we have one mission, which is several missions. We're going to try to find an allay. We'll do it any kind of way. But first, we're going to go to sleep on the beach. To do that, we might have to kill a spider and we might not. If you are not coming directly from the last video, or stream, as it happens. We are here at spawn in celebration of 200 days, but it's day 203 now, and we have one goal to orient the camera, and now we have two goals to put some stuff into bundles, because what a nice place for this random trash, right? Like, okay, maybe I don't want this dye, but if I just put it in a bundle, I can address that at a much later date. And that bone meal and the iron, that's cool, you know. And then we can save the inventory space for this other things. Hi, Natasha. But now is the time to explore. So we are looking for any pillager tower, but principally we are trying to find a woodland mansion because that is even cooler than a pillager tower, which I have found before. And I'm given to believe that they exist in Dark Forest, so we are going to explore this one next to spawn that we never explored when we started out here. It'd be funny if there was one here. It probably would have led me to die if I went in there naked. I have been given to understand that they are at least moderately dangerous, so... Hi, Sid. I'm doing just fine. How are you? Yeah, Natasha, I started it a little later than I normally would, but I hope you got some good sleep. It looks like there is a super cool above-the-water shipwreck over here. We're going to go to, like, this far side of the Dark Forest and then, like, try to run all the way through it, basically. But it looks like if we would have went in this direction, we would have set up shop here forever, because there's an acacia village right here, and then this weird sideways boat. And I would have found that quite charming. But, you know, sometimes that's how the world is. I turned left instead of right, and everything now is different. But we're not getting too dissuaded, I promise. But we are taking some stuff. I mean, gunpowder, one day I'm going to learn how TNT works. And I'm probably going to get, like, super into it. So I'm going to want a lot of gunpowder. This treasure map, I am ambivalent about following. Because it would sort of delay me. Alright, so we've already been to this chest here, right? Yeah. So good chest would be in the back. And we're going to leave the nuggets because, no. You know, we might make them into something. We can always drop them later. I'm the worst. Alright, so, the treasure map. If it happens to be along the way, then it will be. And it looks like it sort of is. I bet we'll find it super fast. The thing about having an efficiency 4 shovel, as I do, is that even being very bad at building, no, it's underwater. I don't have my underwater mining. I'm going to say that whatever was going to be in that map was bad and we're going to abandon it. It doesn't matter. It's not part of the mission. Boat discipline is always part of the mission. Alright, so... Mission! We are now in a dark forest. I certainly don't believe that I'm going to find one in this dark forest, because they are uncommon, but we're going to check anyway. And then we'll go find another one. I know where another dark forest is, but we're not going to go directly to it. We're going to cut, you know, sort of a wide berth around. Try to find maybe something cool that we haven't seen before. A TNT cannon? Oh no. You shouldn't even say words like that to me. Sometimes I can get real creative. No, I'm aware that there are like absolute marvels that have been done. I remember reading a news article many years ago about someone who like built a working calculator, and I bet that is like child's play compared to what goes on now. Although I shouldn't be calling it child's play. It's not as if I can make a a calculator in Minecraft. I'd be hard pressed to make an abacus in the real world. So, you know, making a computer inside of a computer is very impressive. Sid, you ask if I don't blow anything up by even having fun in Minecraft. I mean, I thought so, but that's the thing. Like sometimes, like the horrors of knowledge can change you forever. Like once you learn that explosives are permitted, you know, it it could change everything. Like what if I learned that you could just blow up a bunch of sand with dynamite and then pick up the sand? Well, then I would never have to mine it again. I would just go around blowing up the natural world. Would I have to cut down trees? It's hard to say. Maybe I would just, you know, make them explode. But there's a lot of time to find out. Tashi, you say they're kind of rare. Do I want you to tell me how to get the map? Um, uh, yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um, you know, we'll explore for a bit, but you know, I don't want to be spending absolutely all day trying to look for it. But yep, I've never seen one of the maps before, or the name of it would have cued me in. Do they have like structures that I would find it in? Like I remember once in a jungle I found a very interesting building that had like pistons and traps and stuff inside of it. I never found anything else like that before or again. But I don't remember what was in it. It was on my survival world. It seems like a lifetime ago. Oh no, I need to eat. Parkour! Parkour! Oh no. 2 failed jumps, not very parkour of me. Parkour! 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 Oh no! Not very parkour. If I don't find one, just talk to a villager. Hmm. Well, they do have villagers that are map associated, don't they? We're just gonna raid this boat real quick. Mainly, you know, to see if they have anything cool. If this buried treasure map doesn't... Ooh, that actually looks like a very interesting place to dig for treasure, but I might not get it anyway. Because if it's not on the way, and by on the way I mean in the vague direction that I'm going, we're not gonna get it. Also, I need to look for the good stuff chest. That's just the map chest, which is underwhelming. Here we go. Good stuff. And we're gonna carry on. There's a little tower-looking thing sticking up out of the ocean, which seems to me that it could be a site for archaeology. There's also a monument right there, isn't there? Yes, I think so. We're going to cut a wide berth there. An ocean monument is not part of the list of things to do today. Although, this day, I do intend to be doing this for quite some time. So, in the event that that happens, maybe it'll make the list. I doubt it, though. We've got a beautiful sunflower plains over there. Kind of want to go up there to look like what it looks like. A bundle could fix anything. I'm doing fine, guys. I haven't even run out of space yet. I mean, look how good I'm doing. See? See? The stairs are incidental, and the wood can't be helped. I was just inside of a boat. I'm doing fine. I'm going to throw the map away again, because that's who I am as a person now. I mean, what would I even find? Stuff I already have? Diamonds? Do they have music discs in it? That would be sad. But the parkour thing, yes, whenever I mentioned in the past, if you recall, that people call me that sometimes, although I didn't do parkour, that's because of my first name. That is the source of that nickname that some people have for me. When parkour became a fad in the first place, I thought to myself, I'm not going to do that. It looked like a good way to get hurt, but not like in a fun romantic way that you could write a poem about later. More like in the way that would be embarrassing to explain. What on earth is that? Oh, I think it's just stone with water coming off of it, and it's glinting in the light, and it makes it look like it's something different. And we've got an archaeology site there, so that's good. This is all an archaeology site. Guardian shoots and gurgles. We're going to keep on moving and get a little bit of distance and figure out where exactly the Guardian is gurgling at. I mean, I saw where the monument was. Is it so close that I'm not going to be able to archaeologize? We've got the drowned around. If it's just a normal Guardian, I've got to think that I can beat, like, one in a face-up fight. So, we're not going to worry too much about it. I am going to get my brush. How did I take damage already? A trident? Oh, a miniature dude with a trident. Well, maybe this will be my day. It does not look like it'll be my day. Anyway, how can my hands be real if tridents aren't real? Another map that, you know, like, I should just leave it in the chest since I'm not going to go to it, and then maybe someday it'll be useful. Because if I just throw it away, that's just non-functional entirely, right? This is normal gravel. This is normal gravel. We are going to chip it out. And, ooh, luck of the sea. How fun. Can we put that in a bundle? If you can't put it in a bundle, can you make a bindle out of it? And the triad had loyalty? Is that like a, it sounds like a suffix or a prefix, like a magical thing. Does it like return to your hand when thrown like a legendary trident? That'd be pretty sweet. If you tell me yes, then what a hurtful joke to make about something I don't have. But we've got some nice things to brush here. It doesn't look as though your underwater brushing speed is negatively affected by not having the mining enchant, so we're just going to try to get some stuff here. Oh, it says Guardian shoots. That means it's time to move. You know, I do have to say that subtitles make me much more likely to live. Alright, so whatever that is, it belongs in a museum. Where's the Guardian? You know. Where's he at? I want to hit him. I just want to be, like, close to the top of the water when I do. I'm not, like, afraid of him. I just think it's respectable to be toward the top of the water. Ow! Whenever you have to fight aquatic enemies. Not like drowned, who are cowards and idiots. And never have tridents. But, you know, guardians, which are very cagey and have one terrifying eye that they occasionally send towards you. Looks like we've got a miniature drowned coming at us, swimming at what I assume is an intimidating speed. More archaeology sites down there. Looks like we've got a like a double site here, potentially. We're just gonna eat a potato. Hello, Ray. It's an enchant that does exactly that. Alright. Well. Here, in the middle of the ocean, I can only realize that I've gotten distracted again. It's okay. Archaeology is always worthwhile, right? Because there's got to be some cool stuff that I haven't found yet. Shards of pottery that are particularly attractive. And even if we don't do the whole site, you know, it's still worth doing some. Drowned swimmed, drowned gurgles. There's, you know, maybe the drowned will get that axe that we left there. Hey, pottery. Magnificent. Pottery of the sword. Alright, now we're going to get... Okay, I think we're just hearing the crisp from, like, far away. I think they're fighting over there. And it's just making me nervous anyway. You know, it's sad what's become of me. You know, you say that you wouldn't want wealth to change you, right? But now, whenever I brush an archaeological site and see an emerald come out, I think, like, oh, great, this is boring and lame. You've given me an emerald. And that, you know, it's kind of sad to see how I've been corrupted by the wealth of emeralds and diamonds that I have, where I don't even care about following a treasure map. No. Normally I would, you know. I've already been distracted enough on this quest. We did a little bit of archaeology and found just random trash. Very exciting. We're gonna try to clean up a little bit. You know, by gradually moving. See, look at that. Currently with a small amount of inventory space. Looks like there'd be a lush cave under there. That's not part of the mission. The mission is to find a pillager tower. Or a woodland mansion. A pillager tower, probably significantly more likely from what I've been given to understand. But We're just going to cut a wide exploratory berth around, looking for beautiful things, and eventually end up back at home, say hello to all the folks there, and then boost up a... This is a nice little iceberg here. We're going to go around it. And then boost up a cartographer villager and see if they sell a Woodland mansion map. We'll say hello to some polar bears unless they have children, in which case we will not say hello to them very close. We will still wave at them from far away. That looks like... Oh, this is fascinating. We actually might... Okay, so we're not going to go all the way down. We're laser focused, right? But this does look interesting. So it appears that we've got a lush cave underneath this sort of like frozen area, which makes sense if it's like, you know, because it'd be at the border of it. And it only looked to me as though it was all underwater. Yeah, does it go all the way down here? I mean, obviously if you chip through it would, but exciting. Oh no, I'm stuck underneath. Whatever will I do? Do I hit it with an axe? Oh, I was already out. Well, good thing we didn't get too afraid. Sedge says I should totally acquire a polar bear cub and, well, there are a couple there. I don't... Should I? We don't have an appropriate environment for them. In the event that we acquire a polar bear cub, which is our right as a hero, we would only want to do it when we already had a place set up. Because otherwise, you know, it wouldn't be very nice to be like, hey, wait here in the boat, like the adventurous pig. Like, this is a polar bear. He's got to have, like, a proper environment. That would be like acquiring, adopting, that's the word. I knew it started with an A. It could have been any of them, but adopt, yeah. You don't want to adopt a panda without a setup already. You know, it's like if you wanted to adopt one of the allays, you would want to have a nice jewel to give to it, which is why I'm carrying emeralds, even though I don't care about them anymore. Don't tell anyone I said that. But there are a lot of polar bear cubs here that we are not going to adopt. What a graceful word. But it's nice knowing that the Polar Bear Society is in such good shape here. There's a little blue ice thing there. I think it's just incidental. We will leave the polar bears to their mustached snarls and just try to get out of this little place. Is it time to sort of head towards home-ish? Maybe. I mean, we're like 5k away, so we might as well, right? We're bound to see something along the way. And have many opportunities to talk to ourselves. There's like the best kind of shipwreck here, like the three-masted ones. It's not really the best ones. The best ones are the ones that are entirely out of the water that you can make a house in. I missed that hardcore world. It was a good one. And we've got a sideways shipwreck here intersected by ice. So instead of moving home, we're going to do this instead. And what, like get another treasure map and throw it away? I'm such a bad person now. Utterly ruined by wealth. Feather falling 4 boots, that's actually pretty sweet. If you found it early, because you would have leather boots where you could walk on snowy terrain. That'd be good. You know, I probably could have been putting these maps in a bundle or something, but... Alright. Are we going in vaguely the right direction? Ish, yes. And then we'll get distracted by the dog jumping off of the bed, and then by another boat. There's basically even nothing in the treasure chest that I would want, and yet my principles, such as they are, it's so hard to not go into the water. Don't I have to? Isn't it my duty as an adventurer to look inside all the treasure chests even though I'm rich? And get another treasure map that I won't follow? Alright, we could put them in a bundle. There we go. We'll have a whole bundle of treasure maps one day. What a ridiculous series of behaviors, and yet, they appear to be mine. Oh no. Alright, I apparently am stuck. Everything's better again. Well, you know, this is alright. This is like an okay way to get, you know, things that I don't need, like lapis and iron and everything else. But we're just going to continue on going vaguely in the direction of home. And then when we get there, hopefully without too many detours unless we find another dark forest to adventure through, we will set up our cartographer, which shouldn't take too much effort. There's got to be something that'll sell us. There's a cartographer table that you can make, and I don't remember how, but I'm sure that the recipe is not gonna call for any resources I don't have. Speaking of resources, the dark forest. What? All right. Was this the area that I passed through earlier from spawn, and I just didn't see what it looked like from this area with the caves? Because that's pretty amazing. Maybe it's just a different shipwreck, though. No, the trapdoors are moved and stuff. I think this is the one I was at. But yeah, it's got, it looks like eyes in the side of it. I have to go look down and see what it looks like underneath, if anything. It could just be a cave here, but it could also be pretty cool. So we're gonna go check it out a little bit, and then also look in that direction there. Okay, this is just a nice overhang. And yeah, this is definitely the dark forest that we had already sort of walked through, the one that connected to spawn. Which makes sense since we're going home. Although it would be better to not be going directly over the same coordinates I'd gone on before. Ultimately, it's not that big of a deal to sort of retread a little bit of ground. Alright, yeah, just a little bit of a shadow. But nothing to write home about. Oh no, if I put it in there whenever I break the boat, it'll all fall out anyway, just making that a totally useless thing. Yeah, we're gonna cut this way, and probably go another 1,000 or so blocks. We would need to consult, the Pythagorean theorem to figure out exactly how many this will add. But we're not going to do that because it doesn't matter. The beauty of discovery is, in picking a direction and going. And since left and right are relative, and I can't be bothered to learn in the other directions besides up, and also sometimes I don't even get that one right, we're gonna go this way. No, that's not right. We definitely can't go that way. We're gonna go this way. I lied. You see, left and right are relative directions, and I got turned around. It doesn't matter that this is the place by spawn. This is the direction that we have to go, ish. Also, maybe we'll find a woodland mansion anyway. It's not as if I explored the entire dark forest after all. And we will find a nice lazy river here that I don't recall seeing, and that will prove the point positive. So you say, I never know it's good to have extra. Oh, indeed. I've probably related this before, but before I had done like any villager stuff on my survival world, like basically at all, I was digging this huge hole in the middle of the ocean because I had come out of a nether entry thing into a lush cave there, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever at the time. And I dug it out mostly with stone, but I didn't want to throw anything away, even though I didn't want to build with the stone, the cobblestone, and I didn't know that you could like make it into stone to sell to villagers. So I had just tens of thousands of stone and dirt and stuff in chests just squirreled away, figuring that maybe I would want it someday. And then, hey guys, good news. I think we found one. And hilariously, it is in the spawn forest, right here. So, there you go. Sometimes you just have to laugh, right? Sometimes you just gotta laugh. We're gonna lay down for the night here, and then, that's so funny, isn't it? Isn't it funny? Because it's just so funny. Because I came back to spawn specifically for like my celebration, and then it was just like a good place to start the quest. And indeed, Natasha, who needs maps? All right, so first things first, we're gonna manage the inventory properly before we go in. We're just gonna make a chest here so that we can throw stuff into it and leave it forever. Because if I drop them on the ground, I might run over them, and it's just much easier to put it all into a chest. Alright. We might come back for, like, the string and that junk, but probably not. Rotten flesh, as much as I would like to carry it around. Well, no, we'll want the bundles. Obviously, we'll want the bundles. They're not taking up any space. We're just going to be putting things in here that are, of generally questionable utility. Because we have 34 arrows. That'll have to be enough. We've got one bucket and another bucket. Actually, we are going to... we're going to get that bucket because I can absolutely theorize a situation when I would want 2 water buckets. We're gonna want fire eventually, maybe, but not like we're not gonna try to burn it down initially. Like, we need to explore and raid it. Although it is a source of tremendous danger, it is also make sure to actually use my shield. It'll probably save my life. Yes, we will be attempting our best behavior. All right, guys. Well, if this is the way that we go out, I hope you remember the gravity of the moment whenever I had it coming, because I ran right in. But here we are, day 206. Without further ado, it is time to see my first woodland mansion, and it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I love it. I have to have one. I have to have one. It's just so pretty. I love it. I wanna have one and then do lots of little Beauty and the Beast stuff around it. Remember to kill the evokers fast. All right. Yes, the evokers are the wizards that spawn the vexes that killed me in the one raid. So it is the home of the pillagers. We've got water outside. Do we go in through the roof or not? We'll just cut a wide berth on the outside, sort of view the outer perimeter, see if they've got any guards to expose. They've got a zombie running on the inside freely, so you can't feel too strongly about their safety. It's dark as soon as you go inside the door. I need to get my torches, which I have inexplicably placed at the bottom of the bundle. Anyway, like I said, we're just going to run right inside immediately. I am actually the worst. Why would I put them in the bundle? There we go. I hate everything. I'm so sorry. I really thought it wasn't going to go like this. I thought I was going to run inside. I thought I was going to do an Assassin's Creed thing. All right, now we're ready. Let's go. The guys with axes stopped me from using a shield. Thank you, Yazid. All right, so we could go in through the front door, but that is what a chump would do. Do I look like a chump to you? No, I look like a hero, and heroes break in through the wall. This will also allow us to evade any defenses that might exist, because they won't expect this, unless they do. We'll break it down here, and now, hey, look. You know, we'll leave the windows so they won't hear us break in. That guy with the folded arms is the Vindicator. He's got an axe behind his back. He only looks like a butler. Alright, 2 down. More to go. Eyes peeled. We're still clean behind us. We just need to get a torch or 2 down in here. Is this carpet slowing me down? Yes. All right. Can I just water on top of it? Yeah, there we go. Solved that problem. Also, this is going to give me a good chance to test how efficient this is. So, a water on top of the carpet like so gives me so much clearance that it's going to make it very... Oh, yeah. Look how much it slows them down. They're not going to have a chance. The only thing we're going to have to worry about is range or my own overconfidence. Blood for the Blood God, skulls for the Skull Throne. They've got weird, creepy, like, zombie aesthetic beds. Actually, I kind of like the carpets. I take back what I said. They're not creepy, they're beautiful. Alright, I'm gonna hit escape real quick. There's also gonna be regular mobs, so be aware. Alright, yeah. Alright, they have a room full of monsters. You know, that makes sense. They have a spider on the wall. They have a creeper inside of a stone cage with a skeleton. Is this like a fight club? Alright, they have more mobs up top. This spider is the first one that has to go. Alright. That's enough of those. It's time to go upstairs into the lion's den. Yeah. It looks like they do have a big fight club going on up here. The creeper's about to pop the chest. Very sad. But the arena's cleaned up. And let's see what we got here. A name tag. Excellent. Gunpowder, Vex armor trim, and a golden apple. And then there's some junk there. Okay, witch giggles. That means it is time to wake up. Because a witch is dangerous, whether or not these pillagers are a joke. A witch is no joke at all. So time to go downstairs and just be aware that they are around here. And the second rule of Woodland Mansion Club is you're not supposed to talk about it. And the third rule of Woodland Mansion Club is that it's better to break through a wall to see if anything's on the other side than it is to look for a door. Proof positive right there. We're going to use this opportunity to scout a little bit, since there are dangerous sounds coming from around. I think I saw somebody with a pointy hat. We're going to get some distance here. I shouldn't be wasting arrows on a skeleton because I have a relatively limited number of them. Vindicator mutters. Alright, so we've got just the random trash there. Yeah, the Vindicator's about to mutter his way into an early grave. Whenever he hits the water, he can't run fast and he has to pretend to be a butler again, which is pretty adorable. Oh, another angry butler. They are not very quick. The transition from the carpet to the water is proving much too much for them. They do a solid amount of damage. I mean, a whole heart. It's, a whole heart. Just so much damage. But, you know, it's not nothing. I need a few torches, so we're going to... I could make a furnace and get some charcoal if I really had to, but I think we're just gonna try to pick some up instead. All right, yeah, we've got Vex armor trim, and it looks like we have found a library, so that's exciting. And this is going to be very protective, right? It would stop any attacks from that way, any attacks from any of this. So if we just find these rooms down the hall, the water is going to be a really excellent way to make sure that we're relatively safe. Of course, at any time, people could just jump down from the roof on us. Vindicator murmurs, mutters, trips. All of those are acceptable noises. Something trips. See, that's worse, right? When it says something trips, that could be anything. Alright, so it's just a high vaulted ceiling that gives the ability for mobs to spawn up there. That makes sense. Pretty smart. There's a butler down the hall there, which we'll deal with in due course. The reason we're doing it this way is because I'm scared, and this makes me feel safe. It's nighttime outside, but it's daytime inside the mansion, where we are cheerfully breaking into various libraries. Like, my goodness, this is so awesome. If you could somehow make it safe. Oh my goodness. It's the biggest library I've ever seen in this game besides the one that I'm building. What a marvel. What a triumph and a beauty. My god, look at it, guys. There's so many books. Yes, something. Skeleton rattles, Vindicator murmurs, something happens. But, yeah, definitely the dual water bucket. If I had a third bucket, you know, that would be even better. But we're going to... inventory it a little bit. I think... Yeah, all jokes are going aside. We need more torches, so I'm just going to make a furnace here and make some. And I can also make another bucket, I just don't have any sources, so... We're just going to make a furnace in the middle of a wooden house. That's the sort of judgment you can look forward to from me. And then we've got more logs here, which is hopefully not going to expose us to any danger. Famous words, right? Or actually, we don't need to use logs for the fuel because we can use the trash for the fuel, but we don't have enough of the trash, so we're going to use the logs. Indecision. But we do need proper logs for the charcoal. It's not going to take too many of these to get what we need. I don't think anyone's ever going to be able to hurt us this way. I think those Vexes can, like, teleport through walls because they definitely, like, moved in a weird way, so I don't think this is going to expose us to danger. I've been wrong before. It seems like even if they could, figuring out the mob pathing for doing this more than, like, casually would be a little tricky for it, so I think we'll be okay. I just like to imagine, like, they go through the security camera footage of this at a later date, like the crime syndicate we're doing here. Oh yeah, Yazid, I totally could get a water source since I have 2 buckets. That's the whole point of me bringing 2 buckets. You reminded me. Thank you. There's so many books. Yeah, you know, if I would have found this place whenever we spawned, we never would have had this world at all, because I would have walked inside and gotten murked. But even now, I mean, I'm still in a relatively significant amount of danger, potentially. not like at this current moment. If I was in danger right now, they would have already came to me, right? But we're just going to get a couple more logs cooking in there, and then carry on down the hallway while we cook up the charcoal, now that we'll have more torches. "41 torches, much better." And we will, Oh, look, a butler. Oh, they'd probably be so mad to learn that I called them that. "I'm not a butler, I'm a vindicator. I'm very brave and strong." Sure, butler. Sure. They have so many books here, and I don't want to break it. I want to live here. Can I make this place safe? If I remove the carpets, is that where the Vindicators spawn here? Or rather, the Butlers? If it is, that also makes what I'm doing here an even better plan, even though I didn't recognize it initially. Because by removing the carpets, it allows me to move quickly, but also, if it ends up being right that that's how it works, that's why I'm not having repops behind me. But it works good enough for evasion to make me do it regardless, so it would be a happy little accident if it seemed to be the perfect solution to a potential problem here. Because I just don't know if I've seen any at all behind me. It doesn't mean they can't happen. Of course it doesn't mean that, but it is promising. Oops. Whoops can be such a bad word to say. Alright, we're going to run back to the furnaces, and this will allow us... We're going to, like, run back a little bit further also. This will allow us to get a little closer to confirming whether or not they spawn based on the carpets. And if they do spawn based on the carpets, I'm going to be so... Oh, Yazid said the illagers don't respawn in the mansion? Oh, okay. Then I'm really, really sorry that I've been breaking the inside of it because... Well, I might just have to live here someday. But I am getting rid of the carpets anyway. They were nice, but... Superstition. The carpets don't slow down, but I think that... You're joking. It really felt like I was walking slower on them. Okay, well, I'm still going to keep watering down everything because superstition's very powerful. That's pretty funny. At least I think it's funny. Definitely unclear if it is. Alright, that's all the logs I got. I just need a couple of planks from somewhere. These are planks. Like, none of the sounds they're making are good, but they're also, like, not specifically my problem, right? Ah, you think that I thought that because of elevation. That's good. I'm glad that you have come up with an internal reason why it could make sense that I am very silly. Alright, speaking of... It's time to fight. And by fight, I mean... kill a butler. Hello, Mr. Butler, sir. You know, they're very brave, but it doesn't get them as far as they would like. Yep, that's exactly right. Just the little elevation shift. That's what made my whole perception silly there. this water on the stairs is going to be excellent. It's going to secure that whole region from interlopers. And we'll be able to just go like right here if we need to. Easy. Not ideal. Hey, we made our circle. We have cleared the first floor-ish, because that is where we broke in Assassin's Creed style. I think it's a couple of floors. All right, so first things first. We need to get our water buckets secured. Do I try to go up again? Yeah, we'll go to this. We'll go to the third floor and leave the first floor for later, even though that's a terrible solution. I almost, in real life, reached out to try to strike the skeleton with my diamond sword, but it was not to be. Alright. Going upstairs is a potential source of danger, so we will think about that. But in the broad way, where we decide to do it. Alright. It's beautiful up here. What? So they built a little carpet banner that looks like their face, and we're gonna be able to. We're gonna Assassin's Creed here, all right, and just figure out what's going on. Because, all right, so there's like an abandoned spidery attic there. Because if we're going to be coming in to a highly dangerous space, what better thing to do than get reconnaissance? There's nothing better than reconnaissance. It looks like they have a room of creepers there. Looks like there's almost no illagers rather. You guys call them illagers, but is that just like the broad name for all of them? This woodland mansion on a lake is so beautiful. That's the statue you were talking about? Okay. Okay, there's a spawner right there. Some kind of spider. Obviously a kind of spider. If the room is sealed... I think that room is just a sealed spider room, so you could just leave it there if you wanted infinite spiders. So I'm not going to bother with that, right? Because it doesn't look like they can get out through the top. And even if they can, they're only spiders. I mean, the hissing might keep you up at night, but what are you going to do? And then there's another massive library. And another fake bedroom with beautiful pink and purple carpetings. So, good stuff. We're going to go back to the point of ingress because we don't want to put too many extra holes in here. And we got this room of creepers to deal with, unless we choose not to. I am very hesitant to want to hit creepers here because I want it more or less intact after all. This might be a nice summer cottage here on the lake, if we can clean it up. Oh, so there's like a trough right here where, unless I broke into there. No, I don't think I did. I think that's just like a secret. All right, so. Library's good and safe. Where did I leave the water? Oh no. I thought I put it down on the floor. What have I done? Look, if I gotta go outside, I will. I'm just gonna go outside. I don't know what I've done, but I do know that it is very easy for me to get more water. Ah, a butler. He has somehow managed to jump out at me. But if they don't respawn, every butler that attacks me is a butler I don't have to deal with later. Oh yeah, they're big mad. They are not going to be able to do much about it, though. And if they think I'm out here and are trying to react, I placed the torch on it. Oh, right. I didn't know that got rid of it. I did not know that got rid of it. It makes sense that it does. I'm smart. I'm an enemy. I'm gonna walk up to a hole in the wall. My name's Butler, and now I'm dead. And that's why Assassin's Creeding your way in is very smart. This video is not sanctioned by Assassin's Creed. This video is probably significantly more interesting than playing Assassin's Creed through no effort of my own. Sorry, I don't mean to be terribly insulting. But yes, he was very helpful indeed. And now we have this little waterfall to get into the top floor if I happen to jump out of some other time, because it occurs to me that that would be a very, very cool, very adventurous move if I was like in over my head. Okay, so they have like the spaces where job blocks would be, but they've all abandoned employment for butling, for the profession of being butlers. This skeleton is here in like a 4-post bed. Like, this is a awesome bedroom, and this guy, like, this may not be the master bedroom. For one thing, it's only got one bookshelf. What kind of master bedroom would have only one bookshelf? But he is definitely hanging out. They've got a little a sapling. Oh, they got like a little beach bonsai there. They've got a little placemat to overlook. This is a nice little room, you know. This is a good spot. And okay, so the symbols of their clan are a like a 10-rayed sun is, I guess, how I would characterize it. Very cool. Very cool. You know, 3 of them could be symbolic, or it could just be like a traditional, we're going to get 3 of the nice thing. We would have to see if we ever find them individually to really get a handle on it. But, well, we're not going to leave all of their banners up after all. It is called a light gray wall banner. If I knock down this, will it fall down? A flower charge is what it is called. Alright, so... And we'll put one of them right by his desk to let him know that we were here if he shows back up in a different skeleton life. The hissing doesn't bother us. We know that they are safely ensconced. Unless it's ensconced, it's hard to say words. On the other side of a wall that will be quite securely there until we bash it or a creeper frees them in a terrible explosion. And is that the whole top floor? You know, it was easier to remember where I'd been whenever I ruined everything with water. No, it is not the whole top floor. It will never be the whole top floor until there's plenty of light. A skeleton? No, that is a zombie. They are not made of bones. Here we go. I think we did find the master bedroom, though. Alright, it is nighttime. The zombies are waking up. We're about to find out for sure what's going on. This was like the room of the creepers, maybe? And those zombies might have been the ones hanging out in the upper reaches. There are spiders up here being very intimidating. They like to feel like they're doing well. and a chest. And what will we find? A book of efficiency 4. Potentially good. If it will go in and make an efficiency 5 on an anvil with something, then very nice. If not, then, you know, barely relevant. We find another bucket. I'm going to throw it in a bundle. All right. The stuff that I don't care about, we're going to put into this chest, because that is the traditional thing to do with things that you don't care about in this game. The planks I'll take because more torches are the order of the day. 24 will be alright for a bit because we still have to clear the first floor. I could put it on the shields, it might break. So I don't have unbreaking on the shield yet, so it could still break, but check that out. I'm going to point helpfully at the screen so that you know that I mean the shield with mending on it. I'm very proud of this decision. That is why it has full durability, and I don't have to worry at all about my absent-minded nature on this quest. Which normally would be a source of some anxiety, you know, like, is my stuff going to break? But no, it's not. I know it's going to be okay. My bow could break, but I'm not using it very much. I have 42 more arrows, so slightly more than when I began in here. But the real test is still to come, because, well, the first floor seems to be where we're going to expect the bulk of the enemies. There might also, you know, be a basement for all we know. There could be many more layers, but I think this is the top floor. And so it will be time to go and check out further down. The glints, I turned them down significantly because the shield, it was taking up such a big portion of my screen. Like, in real life, it's like larger than my hand where the shield is. And with it glinting, it was too much. So on the video settings, I have it on 40. So if I went all the way up, you could see it shimmering. But I find that quite distracting to just be happening over and over and over with that pulse. And I just didn't love it. And you can still see it a little bit on my screen anyway, but I can see how on a smaller one, it probably wouldn't show up as much. All right, so it's time for serious business again. Or, you know what? We're just going to style on them by going to sleep in the master bedroom after we take care of this creeper. It's clearly a little bit too dark in here still. Either that or they came in from the roof. Oh, no! Okay, so they came in from the roof, where a lot of enemies would spawn. That makes sense. I would need to... I inadvertently weakened the whole mansion terribly with my careless behavior here, so... pretty rough. That'll make it slightly better. It will now be... well, that's just this corner of the place, so that's okay. We'll fix that later. This will be the ruined corner of the castle. Okay, now we've established that it would have been better to sleep for the night, and we're about to do that. But we are going to sleep in the nice bedroom because that's our right. And I need to get up to the top level in here, or I'm not going to be totally safe. But we can deal with that at a later date. Where is the master bedroom? Here we are. We're just gonna lay down, even though you can hear a zombie. And alright. Daylight breaks, skeleton hurts, zombie groans, footsteps, etc. And it is time to continue on with our quest. They're really going to town somewhere, not sure where, unimportant. But it is time to go downstairs to the first floor. And see what we can see. Ah, look! A butler has become stuck in this corridor. This is either a secret wall or... It's like that creeper's about to unstuck him, huh? Yeah, I think we found a secret room that Vindicator sort of carelessly exposed. Looks like it's a load-bearing room. The creeper wants to make it a non-secret room, and so it, we'll help it. Oh no! All right, well there's a level below this one, guys. That's for sure. We found it. We knew that already. But I am going to break into this room a little bit and see what's going on here. Maybe it is just a load-bearing room. Maybe it's also, like, indicative of something. It's possible. It could just be, like, part of the structure, like, whoever built this staircase knows that a staircase would need supports sort of justification. And, obviously a lot of love went in to this structure. Whoever built this spent a bunch of time like thinking about the little things. They knew that people would see them and get excited about it, and they wanted to do a good job. And I think they really did. This place is so cool, and I'm glad that I came here and that I found my first one when I had like the proper tools and setup to deal with it. But now we have arrived back at our temporary chest here. We'll have more charcoal. No, we will not have more charcoal. We will burn up some more logs real quick and make more torches, because more torches are always good. Man, they are really hollering, aren't they? Is that, you know what that means? It means it's definitely time to check out the light coverage. It looks like it's decent enough in here, so something fell. I think all of that's happening underneath me. I think all of that ridiculous noise is happening underneath me. But we'll be able to make another clutch of torches here in a second, and that'll give us enough to travel good and far. Yeah, because we're still on the second floor here, because this is where we came in at. But once we get our setup here, at the one hole that was blown in, there looked like there was like an iron door almost. So I'm gonna go down there and check that out, because I think we've looked at everything on the top. I'm not sure, but it looked like it when we looked around on the top. And later on, we'll probably go up to the roof and just sort of like chip in holes in random places and make sure that we haven't missed anything in particular. But all right. Now we've got 40 torches. That will be enough. I'm not running super low on food, but I've only got 17 bread, so I need to start getting with it, or we're going to have to leave and come back. So where was that hole? Enderman Whoops? Well, that's no great prize for us. All right, so there we go. Iron door, and it looks like there's a hole in the wall there, a Minecraft lever. So, all right, well, that's where we're going. We found the zombies, and we're gonna drop right in here. That'll leave us with only one bucket, which is not ideal. All right, it's time to grow up and make my water source so I can get another bucket. The floors are like one panel deep, so I just need... I could make it here in this wool. Yeah, I could make it anywhere, so why don't I just do it here? There we go. Now we'll be able to water down and still have 2 buckets of water, which are good if you want to, like, make safe progress, at least in my head. So now, once more into the breach. Safe from the spots that the life can't reach. And we're going to drop in on this this zombie. It won't be too tough to just... Alright, there is a lot of action going on there. Allay's in prison? My god! These horrible criminals. Don't worry, Allays, I will save you. I would recognize your fey wings anywhere. And these guys are going to be so sorry they ever messed with you. We've got an absolutely huge horde of enemies, but the water makes it incredibly safe, so we are just going to keep on popping. Yeah, the flow makes it actually impossible, I think, for the zombies to make the progress, so very nice. That would have been a tense amount of dudes, but coming down in that manner made it very safe. And, oh my god, these monsters. There's so many. There's so many locked in here. I have to make it safe before we let them out, but... Oh, that's terrible. You know, I was excited to find some, but they just have like a whole prison full of these wonderful creatures. Very sad. Very sad. But at least we found them. Looks like there's something in there. Cauldrons or something. We'll explore the rest of this later. We have to clear this area and purge the awful creatures who have done this. All right, this is a... It's just like a soundproof... Okay, there you go. It was a secret room. This chainmail chest plate has something on it. Maybe it's got like a design, because the color of it was gold. But we'll put it back in there. And clean up the inventory once more. I'm going to put the fishing rod in here because I don't care. And apparently the pillagers drop emeralds with some degree of regularity, which is nice. Oh, they farm pumpkins. Well, okay, now I won't say that we have nothing in common, although they're monsters. Oh, okay. Apparently, if you can't figure out why a place might be relevant, all you have to do is look up. So these little checkerboards are treasure rooms. And while I'm dealing with that recognition, I'm going to put the water down like I know I'm supposed to. Alright, so we've got a diamond toad, which is nice. I don't think they fit in bundles. Alright, they do fit in bundles, but it makes the bundle entirely full. So, sure. We're going to put it back in because we could just make another one if we wanted. Putting up the carpets doesn't really serve a purpose at this point, but... Alright, so now we know if we have a checkerboard room, look up. Also that they farm pumpkins, they've got... Oh! Okay, these people are bad people, but I'm not going to lie, I love this. I like this a lot. This is a cool little interior setup. Although I would have the access point on the other side. So yeah, you just go up. I mean, it's way more water than you need, but for the aesthetic, I can see why you might want it there. And yeah, really, really quite a lovely bit of internal irrigation. Even though these guys are monsters, let's not say that they have nothing to teach us. I think we just need slightly more light here. And then we've got a little mushroom sanctuary over here, a little... The Creeper Hiss was a lot of fun. We're going to look up, and okay, I guess he was just hanging out up there waiting for an opportunity to drop in. This chest is empty. A little bit of a fake out. An Enderman whoops, a skeleton fires. And the point of doing this aggressive water movement is just, as I've explained before, but I feel like explaining it again, is you always want to control the momentum of a battlefield when you can, right? And this, especially because you guys told me that pillagers don't respawn behind me, otherwise I probably would have went on thinking the carpets made them happen and they slowed me down the whole time. But by controlling the battlefield and knowing what's behind me and knowing that I'm restricting the mobility of my opponents, it allows me to be very, very confident in these situations that otherwise might be calling for much more caution. Like right here, I've started a gang war again, so I don't actually have to deal with these guys. One skeleton will whoop, one will perish. Alright, they've got internal oak trees here. That's what the whooping is coming from. The Enderman also, you know, if there's an Enderman around, if you've got some water, he's less of an issue. This is a treasure room, as we identified by the... Oh, yeah. The skeleton got tired of that. Speaking of tired, you feeling brave, bro? Alright, so... Here we have a little water trough that leads to one area, which is nice, and a little internal oak tree, very pretty. Very nice. I like, what's this? It's just, polished andesite. It's a nice sort of like, not granite, because granite's the other one, but real life, like, gray granite sort of aesthetic. Pretty, pleasant stuff. Well, we already have this music disc, so we'll leave it here. I don't need two of them. But it's still, it's cool to find it, I guess. We find more coal for more torches, which is excellent. And another name tag, which is most excellent indeed. We've got 3 ender pearls. We must have gotten 3 from just that one enderman, but that's sort of how it goes. When you get looting, it's a big boost in your efficiency. How big, I'm not sure, but it's certainly noticeable, just like casually noticeable. All right, time to continue on. And casually notice that I'm down to my last 12 breads, which means, you know, I could have gotten melons. There's a lot of things I could have done. Okay, we have here a curious... Ah! We've got a chest, bunch of stuff in it. A lead, which is alright, we'll put it into a bundle. A little bit of redstone, which is alright, we'll probably leave it there. It's like a magic mirror. It's a gray wall. A gray wall hanging that it like hangs there in space as if to say, who are you? What do you bring to this place? Speaking of who are you and what do you bring this place, I think I found the treasure room. This is either going to be the most treasure in the world or no treasure. Let's find out which. Oh, come on. Y'all are having a laugh. I'm glad I said that because it prepared me for it having no treasure. The good news is that the chests are already here. You know, in case you wanted a chest. Look, I'm not going to not look in all of them. I'm going to look in all of them. Maybe a couple of times. Because that's the kind of RPG player I am. This is an excellent troll. I'm not even mad. There's one large chest to make you think like, okay, maybe it'll be there. And then another large one on the roof. Nothing there either. Legitimately very funny. Yes, the bundle's full, and yes, I'm okay with that. I am enlightened. Also, it wasn't entirely full. I could fit more gunpowder in it. And you know, that doesn't even need to be in the bundle, since there's so much of it, you know, just like the lapis. There we go. Now we're going to get a little more space in the bundle. Not a book. Okay, a book fills up the entire bundle. It's not that big of a bundle. There you go. You happy now, you jackals? Alright. The treasure room is actually not a treasure room at all. Alright, so now I have to decide if I find that satisfying. And I don't mean like, am I mad about it? I'm not. I mean, like, do I think that that's the story? There you go. Okay, we're going to go around the other side and see if we can walk into that. But maybe it's like a secret entrance. And maybe it's an obvious entrance. Okay, it's an obvious entrance, I think. Ah. Well, you know what? I can one-up you there. And a slightly taller jack-o'-lantern will let them know where it's at. Natasha, you're asking what the evokers are. They saw what I did to the brothers the wrong way. Yeah, I mean, look, to do magic, they must have studied. And in studying, they would have learned that man and evoker are mortal. And do they want to deal with their mortality today? When they look into their crystal ball, when they look into the gray banner on the wall, do they ever want to look at it again? Because if they do, they better not mess with me. Hi, Heat Livin'. And behind the doors, a bunch of creepers and trash. So we're going to find a good way to deal with them. We're going to cut one small hole in the wall here and then hit them. And then the creepers will blow up the sword and it'll be like, alright, yeah, a lot of fellows going on in there. Alright. That actually... Does this whole structure exist to give me ideas? Because what I see here is like, you know, you make iron doors. The redstone completes it, so that's how to open them, because I couldn't before. Who knows what the cauldron's for? Carpets, that's like, and we know that mobs will happen in here, so like, maybe this is a structure to make that's cool, and maybe they just thought it was aesthetic, but, you know, we know that if we remove the torches and we get more mobs spawning in there, that could be like a potential place to get some, you know, like overtime. Hey, Yosefija. I'm doing just fine. How are you doing? We found a woodland mansion. It's like just a couple hundred blocks from spawn. It's very funny. Alright, so that can't be the whole level. I mean, that can't be the whole story of this place, right? To terminate at a thing like that. To have a jack-o'-lantern. To have a room full of chests with nothing in it. I don't accept that. But this just goes into here. And that just goes into there. Alright, here we go. I have found more butlers. And we're going to go down this hallway first. We're going to leave that water there to significantly reduce any risk that we may incur. Not seeing too many fellows here. That's a bad torch placement. A little higher is better. All right, more opportunities for self-reflection. And chests, good deal. Yeah, they really like these symbolic gray banners as if mirrors to see your intentions and desires. Another lead, not bad. A bunch of string, irrelevant. A bunch of rotten flesh, whatever. Melon seeds, you know, fine. We'll just leave it and carry on. The shield's durability, I didn't need to use it. Like, did you see my movement there? That guy didn't hit me. I like hit escape so I could respond to this. I was doing good movement. That's the key, you know. Not using your shield. Your shield should be used in emergency situations or protect against like ranged attacks, right? I am merely behaving totally properly. And Natasha says very helpfully, will I find the secrets without help? Let's observe. You know, telling me they're here means that I will pull the place apart. The secret spider falling down from the secret ceiling. That's at least one secret. The secret zombie carrying a piece of carpet. Secret number 2. Take that to the bank. Whoa, okay. I don't know what I was expecting, but that was definitely not it. Is that normal? Alright. No. We have found the base of the building. We are at the wall, which is a good place to refill our buckets. Alright, so the creeper, I have to think that's just incidental, right? Yeah, okay, so we would have fallen in or came in from the outside because we were at the border, and then he just happened to be in that narrow space in there. The spider spawner's a secret? 2 secrets. Yeah, excellent movement using water, exactly. Look, if you use what's available to you, you're just playing the game right. Ish. I do respect their melon field greatly. However, if they had one more space on either side of it, it would be a lot better. And they would be able to get extra melons growing. So really overall gonna go like 1 out of 10. We're taking the pickaxe out of the first slot because I don't anticipate a need to use it right now. No, that's dumb. We can't be taking the pickaxe out just because I want 4 tools in here. Or 4 buckets. 3 buckets? 3 buckets. I don't need that many. I should stop messing with everything too much and leave the proper amount of stuff here. If I want to eat the melons clumsily, we can do that later. Alright. Places I have been before. There, and there. But not here. Yes, here. Okay. So this is the entrance. Let's take a look at it from far away and see if anything interesting jumps out. You know, you've got the entrance. The top level is much smaller than the other levels, which bears with our relative experience. We'll get a little bit of distance to see if it looks like there's some like fake thing on the other side. No, it looks like that's good. So we're just going to break in through another wall over here. And, or rather, back in through this same wall. We're going to try to make a circuit of the bottom, because maybe I didn't. And then we're going to look for secrets, meaning smash things with axes until I feel like I'm an adventurer. Hello, allays. All right, this is the prison. Well, they had a cauldron in here. There are skeletons rattling, which means there's certainly a space around here to still be discovered. But we will want to make sure we have given all of the fair folk their freedom and their emeralds, letting them know that we will ever be loyal to the pact we made this day, to do evil to no prisoner, to protect the weak and the helpless, to smash skeletons who are masquerading as those in need of help. This poor tormented allay. Don't be afraid, my friend. Here, take an emerald. Let us leave as friends this day. Sorry I had to swing so much at that skeleton. Alright, the allays are swinging around in the air. Everything is good again. Alright. That's where we came down, and then we put this here to say we'd be back. No, this is the hole in the wall. And that's the allays. They're just chilling. We're just gonna dig under the place for a little bit and see if we find anything. The dirt, I don't think is suspicious. I think the dirt is unsuspicious. I think the dirt is what we expect. Well, we'll run around a little bit more. Try to make sure that we've at least looked in all the spaces. But I think it's about time to start tearing this beautiful building apart, looking for secrets. The allays are traveling with me now. I don't know. I'm somewhat afraid that, like, they may not be safe, but, you know, maybe they can fight, and they probably want to, you know, given the horrific conditions they were kept in here. And it's not for me to deny anyone their vengeance. We're just going to walk around until we hear a sound, and hopefully that'll help us along the way. And if not, go around the outside of the building and hack our way in, and then maybe like try and find a basement or like a route through a wall on the top floor that's not the spider spawner. We're not really worried about letting enemies in through holes in the wall anymore at this point, because with the light coverage we've got and the pillagers not being able to respawn, all that we would have to worry about is the fact that we're making it ugly, and we'll have to fix it if we ever want to live here. But it's a good time to lay down for the night. Alright, time to see if we've gone through the whole mansion. The allays are flitting around. The spider spawner room is technically a secret. That's the staircase where we came up in the first place. That's there. That's the master bedroom. There's no possibility for one of those walls to be secret because right here, it's just right there. Could there be an area above that's like a very small attic? There absolutely could be. We're going to put some torches on the roof because, you know, after all, I might want to live here someday, so. We're going to go on the roof and determine from there if we even think it could be possible. Alright, so there would be just a bare amount of space. No, there'd be no space at all. With these ceilings, there'd be no space at all. We'll check right above the statue if there's any place that could feasibly... Yeah, there we go. There's where the spider room is. No, there's no space for it. There's just no place here in the roof, I don't think. Because all the ceilings that I've noticed go up kind of high. But what we'll do is, you know, we'll look and see if any of them look to have a smaller ceiling. But I don't think that's going to be one of the secrets. And we'll just we'll start going straight through all of the walls, trying to stop at the spider spawner one to preserve it. Alright, we got a zombie somewhere. Alright. I gotta believe that level 3 is fine. It's strange that none of the carpets here are disturbed, but no, this is where I came in. Outrageous. You know, maybe a creeper would be helpful. Not if he hurts these allays, but... Nope, nothing doing there. You say, can't believe there are no evokers. They have a chance of spawning in a room and apparently missed in all of them. But yeah, no, I mean, because we heard a witch earlier, and I thought I had heard an evoker or saw one in the, you know, this is a lot of cobble. Okay, so what on earth? Okay, so I don't know if this is a secret or just an artifact of its positioning, right? So it looks as though the foundation of this thing goes crazy far down. I don't even know where we are right now, but if we chip out somewhere, we'll find something. But like, this reminds me of a time that I had found a monument, and like the pillar supporting it went forever far down. So let's just take a look at this real quick. So this cobblestone goes all the way down here, so all the way down to 34, so like 30 deep. But just on this section, because earlier, yeah, curious. None of the foundation looked that deep earlier. Dimensions in a lake, yes. So that's probably just what that is then. So they probably have like a 2 deep block foundation, but it's like how a village can get real weird, maybe. All right, so the deep foundation cobblestone there, that was just a red herring. It didn't actually indicate for anything. There's the prison. Yeah, it's not looking like I'm gonna find anything. Maybe there were evokers, but I took so long. They died in a knife fight with creepers or something. Hi, Jacob. Thank you. Glad to know that you're enjoying it. Well, I'm doing just fine. I found this woodland mansion, and it's mostly cleared. So Oh yeah, that explains it. There you go. The where it goes out into the lake, that actually, because I didn't look at it from this angle. This was the opposite side that we approached from. So it's actually mainly all on top of the lake itself and barely any at all on land. I should build IKEA tower. I don't know what that is. All right, so I think I found something. Oh, never mind. Those are train tracks. I just didn't know they were up there. Because this is the, yeah. There are tracks here. I just didn't know that the pumpkin was in the middle of it. And I'm just going to start wrecking the whole place. You know, I probably didn't want to live here anyway. I found another dark room. It looks like one I'd found before, but that is promising because it means that it's in an area that I hadn't explored. You know, that means water buckets are called for. Alright, so apparently we found the one corner that we hadn't been to yet. Very awesome, very inspiring. I'll come along the outside and see if anything looks noteworthy. A secret at the base of the staircase? Nope, doesn't look like it. Well. Thank you, thank you. I wouldn't have known to look for it if it weren't for you guys. But it's so cool that we just, like, randomly happened upon it. Well. Huh. I guess that's, you know, I don't want to give up, but I think it's time to give up. Alright, does anybody want to give me a hint on how to find these secret rooms before I give up? Because I don't think I'm gonna find them. So, find another mansion and then I'll find a secret room. just rooms that have stuff, and I might not have gotten any. Got it. Well, we'll just lay down here at the top of the staircase, beneath the angry eyes of the pillager. I got the spider one. Ah. Well, you know, that's something. And all the allays are free. Look at them. Oh, they're all so happy. Well, I sure would like to take all of you home with me, but only one of you can fit in my boat. Why did I do that? I need to make a crafting table. I hate everything. Just let me do this. You know, the bundles were of no help to me at all. Come now, will one of you travel with me? Not everyone all at once, but please just one at a time. Will they just fly along with me? If they'll just fly along with me, I guess we just go. All right. Nobody wants to get in a boat? All right. Allay Air Force assemble. If I go fast, will we lose some? We'll go right back if we will. Just take one look back at the Woodland mansion. You know, it's not utterly in ruins, but they all got what they deserved. Yeah, okay. Once they notice I'm going, they seem to get pretty speedy along the track. Let's yeah, we actually don't appear to be in any danger of losing them. Although theoretically we might be able to shake one if we like really go fast. All right, good deal. Now all that remains is to figure out which way is home. I know which way it is. It's the opposite way that we were going. Yes, yes. And we'll just make sure to slow down every now and then, you know, to look around and to make sure that our Air Force is with us. They follow very well. They are like speedy, wonderful, loyal fairies. You know, they know we went through a lot to find this place. I think it was like their collective, you know, screams into the abyss that brought us here. You know, that's what brought us the luck to be able to arrive. Funny little mansion, of course. The proper entrance is here in the middle of the lake. Like this is where the door was, and it just all kept on going from there. But We're not going back in. We're going around. Hi, Iceberg. Drop emeralds to make them go there if they get stuck. Okay, excellent. Did I leave my boat? I probably would have picked it up if I were a different person. It's alright, we'll get into this boat instead. It's gonna be so nice. Oh yeah, look at that. You know, it's not as pretty as the dark forest side of it, but it's nice to, you know, it's there, abutting on the lake with all of these other biomes going around it. Very, very pretty. And to think I could have went in there and died if I had went in this direction as soon as I started rather than the other way. Wouldn't have taken much for things to be different. Well, we're going to try not looking around for a good chunk of time now and see if they're all with us. Oh yeah, they're following wonderfully. We're going to stop worrying about it and just get on going towards home. And, you know, we're well on our way. We'll get there before too long. We're going to try to go more or less in the proper direction, so... that might lead us to any kind of place. Maybe to adventure, maybe not. We'll have to see. The Fallen Dove, you asked why are allays chasing me? They're not. We're all friends. I just rescued them from imprisonment in this terrible woodland mansion. Terrible because of the conditions, not because of the place. It was actually quite lovely. But yeah, we're just going to bring them all home. Introduce them to our crew. And probably like move them on down to the lush cave that we have that we're building underneath our villages, I think. But yes, I gave them emeralds as a symbol of our friendship, and that makes them want to follow along with me. All right. So we're going to go the practical way around this, which is just to go up a little bit rather than down a lot. Oh yeah, this is something, isn't it? You've got the Acacia Village there, and then there's like some dripstone caves going on in the middle of this area with the bamboo jungle in that direction. So, yep, even just this direction from spawn. I think we just went on the other side of it, really, but we'll be able to visit this village. Really just to say hello. I don't even think we need to take their tribute. Sad as it is to say that. But it's so much wheat, though. Obviously, we can't just not take the tribute. Wait, I need a hoe, don't I? Yes. Alright. And then I would also need a crafting table. Very important to take the hero's tribute. Yes, I have the inventory space to take it. I am very glad you asked, because that's an important thing to think about before you take your tribute, but I do. It seems like Acacia villages have terrible luck with their water sources populating in such ways that make people have really, really hard times getting home. But we are going to solve this fellow's problem here. That is what a hero we are. When at home, I can make the allay achievement. I didn't know there was one. Alright, guys. I am now a hero of this village, which entitles me to all the tribute that I took, as if I needed any justification, which I don't, because I'm a hero, and that is what heroes do. But the dog wants to go outside. He is making the air smell terrible, so I know he's quite sincere in wanting to go. So I am going to take him out, and I'm going to take just like a 3-minute break. I'm going to go and grab a drink, and I'll be right back. You know, I hope I'll see you in a couple of minutes. If you want, I will return, and we'll keep on doing this. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. All right. Now to return to our regularly scheduled programming. Time to crack the bed and get on with it. For home awaits. This village was, a village. It's wonderful when I don't even care enough to take anything but the very barest of my due. The wheat. There's a person known for the love of wheat. It's very difficult to pass it by. Also, I know I don't have enough of it at home. I mean, when can one have enough wheat? An interesting question. Glad you asked it. But I mean, sometime between now and never one could have enough wheat. Got a little dripstone thing going on here. We're probably not going to explore it, but I still want to look. Bubbles zoom. That is a good description. Yeah, it looks like it just sort of goes down a bit. We're going to... avoid the zooming of the bubbles this time. And I think we're still going the right way. Ish. No, yes. There we go. Although if I can just make it to the Central Ocean, I know how to get home because it's just following the original route out of spawn. I should have... Oh, well, you know, this is fine. It's all good. We're going in the right direction. There's some nice sunflowers and flower forests going on. It's quite lovely, really. And this is just so perfect. You've got like a river cutting through. Oh yeah, look at all of this. Is this where I came and got my snow? Maybe. But yeah, a sunflower plains on one side. Yeah, no, this has to be that place that I had already found. There's no way. There's no way. Like, yeah, you got a flower forest, bees flying all around. But I'm pretty sure this is the summer home site. But any cherry tree, well, that was real effective. I really did a good job climbing up there. Any cherry tree biome is worth exploring, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by my own incompetence. But yeah, this looks like, yeah, this is definitely the one that I was at, where I was mining the snow. Which I should have known by seeing the gash in the wall. But it's so nice up here. So many cherry blossoms. And then a distant meadow where you can still see like the dottings of all the hundreds and hundreds of flowers. Beautiful, just beautiful. Only one thing would make it better. An artificial waterfall making it easier to get up here again in the event that I wanted to. You don't want to get ahead of the descent of it if you're relying on it to not get hurt whenever you get to the bottom. There we go. And it actually... Alright, well you're not joking, huh? Apparently it goes down all the way to Deep Slate. So pretty interesting stuff. Pretty interesting indeed. And that's like right underneath the cherry biome. You have like that huge cavern and then a drop. Lovely. And the waterfall sort of makes it look like it's supposed to be there. But in any case, it will make it much easier to return in the event that I wish to. It's pretty funny. I was told the woodland mansions were rare. I was thinking I would spend like the whole day kind of looking for one. But it was a lot of fun. My methodical approach made me pretty safe. Plus, you know, like when you have 16 prot levels and, you know, the full armor, even those Vindicators were only taking like 1 heart with a hit, which I know is probably more like 4.5 hearts. Maybe, unless they ignore armor, in which case it would just be like 3 hearts, but it's probably more, because like an Enderman hit does like 4.5 or so when you're totally unarmored. So they're quite dangerous foes. It's just that I had pretty good gear. But now we have, you know, plenty of allays. Well, not plenty, a lot of them, and that's very exciting. We've got a faraway cherry grove. We've definitely seen that one before. Trying to think of what to do next. There's so much I haven't done, and so much I don't want to do. But I think we'll go exploring, looking for swamps. There's the one swamp sort of by spawn-ish, but that one didn't have mangrove trees. I want to find one with mangrove trees and see what it looks like. Yes, Sid, I agree. The rain is very nice. Hey, Captain Gamer. Because we have enough leads now, because it said there was an advancement where you needed to have like 3 different kinds of frogs on leads all at once. But now I will have enough leads to do that. But also, I've never seen a mangrove swamp, but they exist because someone told me they did. And because I've seen mangrove trees. And I know where mangroves grow. You're right, Sid. It would be very awesome to get a frog in the lush cave. That will be a big part of the goal. And then y'all have said that there are witch huts, so we could see what's going on there, and shuffle the witch off this mortal coil, probably from a safe distance. Probably using water and bows and arrows. Real sporting stuff. And the sand pillar, lighting our way to the way home. Not home itself, of course, but the way to the way home. There's no lights up at the top of Everest, so I don't think the snow will show up at all for a distance. But it might show up somewhat. Oh no, never mind. I'm quite wrong. The snow shows up wonderfully even in the dark. And the dark clouds above it show the height of our grand mountain. And after our magnificent journey, it'll be time to return home soon enough. That mansion was fun. It was so pretty. It was tense, but like not unbearably so, right? I definitely felt like I needed to pay attention to all the rooms, even though it never got even the slightest bit sketchy. There were a couple of times where if the enemies didn't have water to contend with, I don't know how easy it would have been. I think I probably would have been fine because I would have been able to run away, but the butlers were very fast. They were dedicated to their butling craft. And we'll just hit the canal here. Yeah, you're saying there's no evoker made at DC, but no totem because of that. Yep. Well, maybe I could do a raid. No, I don't. If I did one, I would need to make a fake village and then staff it with people and then, golems, which I've been thinking of doing. I've been thinking of making a village across the river, well, on the side with the other cherry trees, because sometimes like a creeper or whatever will come over from there. So we can make a village over there, and then they can have golems, and that'll protect that riverbank, leaving our village, the one we care about, to be safe. But speaking of the one we care about, rolling up at home, bundle in tow, and it's not full of things because I took some out along the way. Garud is probably trying to walk out of the door right now. He's a very, very excitable boss. Where's the, okay. Oh no, now I feel very scared. Garuda, 3 seconds. Yeah, I know I didn't tell you I was having friends over. There's no reason to flip out about it. Gah. I mean, I'm sorry, boss. Won't happen again, boss. It occurs to me that I didn't need the gate open to get flying creatures inside. Alright, so Great success. And we'll need Luca to fly over here a little bit and land. No, not on me. Yes, on the floor. On the floor, Luca. Is that close enough to dance? Nope, apparently not. Come on, Luca. Come over here. We need you to dance with us. I wonder if allays like music. They seem to. They're doing little spinny moves. Well, we can't get Luca to dance, but the allays are having a good time. They're dancing around and doing pirouettes. And we'll let Bella and Tropa sit up and run around too. We've been away so long. A bunch of happiness to be had for everyone. And we have another name tag, and you know what that means. We actually have a couple of them, and that means we can name a couple more of our pets, which is very good. Good old Garuda. The allays are so fun, just doing their little spinny moves. They're having a great time. You can tell. Alright, so focus. What's the most important thing? A name tag. No, we need to get some of these allays downstairs. Can they fly through a space like this? We need to get the cats to sit still is what we need to do. Yeah, come on. Come on, twirling little buddies. Garuda, boss. You want into the vault, boss? There's nothing wrong with the vault, boss. Come on out. Alright, there we go. They are independently choosing to go down into the mine, which is good. We don't want to be, bullying anybody. Come, fellow. Come down this way. The inventory management. We're in the middle of taking stuff to the vault. But I confess I've already bored of doing it, and I wish I hadn't started. No, gunpowder is valuable. It goes into the redstone chest with all the redstone and gunpowder, because that won't ever won't ever lead to anything bad. Alright, yeah, that's sort of like organize the inventory. Let's go downstairs, allays. Will they just fly over the gap with the gate closed? Yes, the gate is meaningless to them. Therefore, let us go down into the deep and see how quickly they follow. Very quickly indeed. Alright, great. More and more glowberries growing around places, quite wonderful. Nice. Nice little time. Alright. So, do I just, like, make a door on it and then they'll just, like, chill in here? If I take away the item, will they just, like, disappear eventually? That would be terrible. Yeah, I think we'll just let them chill here. And we'll put a door on the place, and then, you know, they won't be prisoners, obviously. They would be able to get out anytime they wanted. They've got, like, the whole of this thing. It's just, like, you know, it's just a door that happens to be on the stairway. And it's a wooden door. It could be opened by anyone. As I do it, they just immediately fly over the top like, what, this door, boss? Alright, can they just teleport through it, though? No. Will they pine for me forever at the door? That's very sad. What if I go far away? Yeah, they're fine. They're having a time down there now. They were just saying bye at the door. They were saying, hi, this is totally like a cool and normal thing, and we're not upset with you. This is not the same as being in prison. First of all, they're axolotl and friendly dogs. Right, the name tags. What did I do with the name tags? Those allays are just chilling, but we'll keep on walking around the town with them. And the disc is still in there. Yeah, disc is still in there. And I don't know how many characters you get, but let's see if it'll fit. It fits! Let's go give our mending librarian a name tag. Hey, buddy! I was just talking about you. We come to visit the noble Bald Rapunzel in his house, the librarian of mending, the most important figure in the whole town. I thank you, sir, for all of your service. They call me Bald Tarkin. We will put allay into his house so that he will be able to deal with them, the mysteries of the universe. And if he opens the door and lets them out, then he will be satisfied with all the mysteries that the allay had to offer him. But that reminds me. There is another pet who's been doing great work and needs a bit of a reward. Good old Hank. Oh, we don't want to do beef, though. That's counter to productivity. Some nice mutton, though. Some nice raw mutton wouldn't go amiss, huh, Hank? Who's a good cow dog? And we're just going to feed some wheat to the reasonable amount of cows. Yeah, see, look how reasonable this is. You can barely tell that there are cows in here. It's mostly grass on the ground. Let's go say hello to the other fellows. Good old Moosha Smalls. No treat for you today, baby Moosh. Next time. And old Doug. Doug was having a good old time without us, but he's having a better time now. Good old Doug. Apparently you can make cyan dye out of the pitcher plant. How wasteful that would be. It's prettier without the irrigated dirt. I should have done that a while ago. Hey, Tropa, I got you something. Who's a good girl? Atropa and Belladonna, back together at last. And Noble Garuda, having a good old time. A feather has been given us. Atropa found it somewhere, I know not where. Alright. So, what to do now? I think, actually, might take a little break, make some lunch, and then jump into like a big longer block. I guess this one's been like 2.5 hours, which isn't like a terribly short stream. But yeah, that would do, because that way I'll poor bald Garuda, he's taken after me now. But make some lunch, maybe make some bread. I don't know, or rather the bread dough. I wouldn't do the whole bread interval. But yeah, and then so yeah, I think we'll do that. Go ahead and end this stream for right now, but I will be back. We want to try to get like 8 hours today, so when I come back, we're going to try to get a good chunk. I'll brainstorm some stuff to do and try to think of, like the next steps to take in the playthrough for what we want to do. But thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Really hope you've enjoyed us randomly happening upon the Woodland Mansion and then conquering it, rescuing all the allays and bringing them safely home here. The naming of Bald Rapunzel and Atropa. It's just been a wonderful, wonderful video. And the day is just packed with more plans for other stuff. So I will see you guys later. But Natasha, I'm reading your thing now. You say maybe just a raid level 1 to test if I have a potion 1. I think I might, and that is a good idea because it was the later steps that got like really sketchy. And I'll be slightly more prepared for this one. I'll make sure to get a good bow first and everything. We'll be in good shape for it, and then we'll tackle it then. All right, but for right now, I'm gonna go probably make some ramen and eat crackers, sit out on the porch, and I was watching this fascinating video about a top level competitive Civ 6 player who has apparently been cheating for years. And that's exactly the sort of content that I find very motivating. So I'm going to go and check out that video. It wasn't by a guy that I've seen anything by before. So that's always cool. But anyway, I rambled on enough about the end and already promised to say goodbye a couple of times. So now I'm really about to